Okay, let's see who we're doing next. Oh, we already did Pisces. Gemini. Oh, Gemini. Bear with me. I'm just getting used to doing the new stuff with the new lights and the new things and trying to figure out where I can put what. Oh my God, why? Anyway, you get it. There you go, Gemini. Whatever. This is your October general read. We're going to start with an Alki Oracle. Please check the description box for everything you need to know. Please also check your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. And yeah, apologies that I've been busy. I've been working overtime. And I've got myself a second job so that I can make bank. But in addition to that, you do need a little bit of balance in your life, and sometimes that means not being on camera because screens and screen time, Nonetheless, like I said, check the description box for everything you need to know. I'm trialing some new decks. For you, we're going to use the Santa Muerte Tarot, so that'll be fun. But first, let's go ahead and let's see what your Alki Oracle card is. And then we'll do a 10-card spread. And then we'll make sure that we do your magnetic poetry as well. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Kamala, she who emerges. Enlightenment, mindfulness, and rising up. Yes. Take a look at that. Oh, is the glare just too much? I might need to turn on the light. Let me see. I think I might need to turn on the lights. Normally I like to be in the dark when I'm doing readings, but I don't know if... Can you see that? Is that a little bit better? There's just too much glare, I think. Yeah, give me a sec here. Let's try this. Let's try this. There you go. She who emerges. Enlightenment, mindfulness, rising up. Okay, so I figure that this one's probably to do with, I'm not going to read from the book, guys, but I think it's fairly self-explanatory, right? About rising up, making sure, overcoming, right? It's about overcoming things, but also about reaching enlightenment, gaining insight, like an insight into something for yourself, and being mindful of the things around you, to the abundance that surrounds you. That's super important. I'm also getting used to the camera and, oh my God, the camera and how it focuses or chooses not to focus sometimes. There you go. Anyway, all right. Maybe in the future, I'll read from the deck, like from the booklet that comes with the deck. I don't know. Anyways, Santa Muerte Tarot for you. Sorry, need a minute. Okay. I am still trying to work this deck in. I've only used it for a few songs thus far. It doesn't bend very easily. The cardstock is pretty high quality. So we're going to have to try and just, work it in as best we can. We're going to do a 10-card horseshoe spread. It's going to be 2 cards, or at least 2 positions for each. Well, 2 cards for each position, but you know how I do flippers and jumpers, only maximum of 3 each time. So we'll see. You could get up to 6 cards in each of the positions, or 5 positions in this spread. Ooh, this one's stuck on the table for you. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is not celebrating. Not feeling like celebrating something. Not so much. Okay. Anyway. Let's see here. I have 3 new decks that I'm working in right now. I have the Lover's Path and the Russian Tarot St. Petersburg in this one. This one, I've wanted this one for quite some time. Same with the Russian Tarot St. Petersburg, though. Guess I'll just mess them on the table like a child, hey? Anyway, childish playfulness. That's something for somebody, the playfulness of childhood. Pumped Up Kicks. Why am I getting that right now? Pumped Up Kicks by Foster for the People. Is that by Foster for the People? Pumped Up Kicks. Anyway, almost done here. One more. Yes. Just for fairness for you. Let's get going. Oh, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Ash. That's great. Okay, all right. In your current energy, current situation for you, and we already have a flipper right there, Gemini. Yeah, the Two of Swords in the reverse, choosing a direction. Coming out of confusion about something, taking the blindfold off is something that you're looking at this time. Taking the blindfold off and coming out of confusion about a situation, choosing a direction where you were feeling directionless in the in the current situation. Also, cutting to the chase comes up for me with that card. Definitely cutting to the chase. Libra energy on that, of course. And we're in Libra season. I don't know why I want to shuffle once more, but I am. Once more for you. Okay. What else in the current energy for Gemini? You're flipping. Okay. King of Pentacles in the upright. A couple of different signs got this energy thus far. And that's not bad. Not a bad thing to get. It's about making sure that you are contributing to the warmth of your home space, the security and stability of your home space. Taurus, masculine energy here. You know, he's got that treasure under his arm and he's taking it home. He's taking it home for the Queen of Pentacles so that that feminine earth energy can, you know, make the house into the home, right? But there, what that is that choosing a direction as far as your stability and your security and your home space or your ability to provide is, you know, concerned. So, seems like that's about that. Let's see what your current desires are in October. I do want to make sure I get something else, and it is my vacation week, but I am starting a second gig, so I want to make sure that I do get something else going, because this is kind of relaxing for me, and I haven't been able to do it like I normally would. And I want to also do my Wheel of the Year reading at the end of October for everybody. Current desires for you, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, how many is this? It might be too many. No, we got 3. 3. Nicely done. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Whoops. Hoo-hoo, a truth that kind of flipped. It flipped and it kind of went face down. So it did go face down, didn't kind of, with the Death card in the reverse. Something of a truth that you don't want people to know. There you go. Okay, so that Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, that's a standstill. That knight is either at a standstill or he's coming in hot. Because normally the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. The action there is slow, methodical, plotting, strategic. Virgo energy on that. Realization of a deep personal truth with our 8 of Swords here. You can see that. And this is what you want right now. You either want to swiftly move in and take action on a deep personal truth that you've realized, or you know, something of a truth, or you want to take a standstill and halt and not take any action because there is a truth sitting there that you realize. This has to do with reconciliation, ending that hasn't occurred, or transformation that hasn't occurred in a situation. There is no rebirth. There is no ending. There's no beginning. There is no end. There is only change. What is that? Tightrope by Papa Roach. There's no beginning. There is no end. There was only change. Yeah. Progression backwards. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. You actually, your desire right now is to make no movement, no sudden movements, right? Because you know there's a truth. There's an impending truth that you need to speak on or that you realize. And it has to do with something not ending or beginning. No transformation or reconciliation of sorts. Maybe you would like a reconciliation to come about with someone, and that's the truth in a situation. Doesn't mean you get it just because it's your desire. Not so fast. But um, you're not willing to make any sudden movements. In fact, you're halting on action because you need to contemplate this. You need to contemplate it. You need to think for a minute. Okay. What you do not expect at this time, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What you do not expect. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. There is no beginning. There is no end. There's only change. Well, Ace of Cups in the reverse. It looks like, I don't mean to laugh. I'm not trying to be a dick. But here, there is no beginning. You might have expected that there would be a beginning or a renewal in a relationship that has to do with deep personal, emotional fulfillment. However, that's not the case here. This cup is being dumped out. You know? This cup's being dumped out. It's not full. It's not overflowing. No. Like that. Somebody's getting a drink spilled on them. That could be something that you do not expect. Spoilers. Now that I've told you, you're going to be waiting for somebody to spill a drink on you or the drink in the face. That actually might be something that somebody isn't going to be expecting to happen, and it's going to be like that moment where it's like, but yeah. And then it's going to be like, all bets are off. F that. I'm not going to be with some dude or chick who, drink in the face. Or maybe you get so angry that you put a drink up in somebody's face. I don't know why that occurred to me like that. But it's something that you don't expect. And it's like, yeah, all bets are off once that happens. That's an interesting, weird impression. Alright, what else do you not expect? I'm so glad I'm not a Gemini, especially for this reading. It's no offense, it's just sometimes you tend to get into sticky situations. What else? But yeah, there's a lack of beginning or renewal in a relationship of some sort. And I think it's because you're shocked because you either see, I don't know why that just keeps coming up. You either see somebody get a drink spilled in their face, or you're spilling a drink in somebody's face, or somebody's spilling a drink on you, or, doing the dramatic, drink this. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, yeah, fucker. You know what I mean? It's just not really, I don't know why I keep getting that. Anyway, interesting. That's what you do not expect. Don't think just because I told you that you're just going to be apprehensive and on guard the whole time, like, oh yeah, this is the moment. No, it's going to be something you don't expect. Watch out for spilling things, maybe. Maybe that's all it is. Like, don't have, your coffee by your laptop. I don't know. Anyway, we went on ad nauseum about that. Okay. Ooh, maybe somebody's going to, get sick on you. Oh, I hope not. That would be really, really gnarly. Anyway, okay, what not to expect. Gemini. It's not funny. It's just sometimes, you guys. Okay, yeah. You know what? You got the 10 of Wands. Burden, responsibility. Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to either get sick and you're going to feel like, oh, crap, now I'm responsible for this poor sap. Or you're going to feel like a burden, responsibility, some type of weight on your shoulders. Additional weight and responsibility and burdens being placed upon you. Because there's no beginning in a relationship. Something you expected was going to start or be renewed was not, and therefore there's additional weight and burden on your shoulders. Also, something coming to a culmination as far as ideas, passion projects, inspiring creative works, kind of coming to that crescendo of sorts, where, there's all of that height of energy that you're holding onto and holding up, you know? It's the climax of the story. I so think somebody is going to spill something or get sick or on somebody, or spill something on somebody, but it's that crescendo. It's the climax of the story. It's where the conflict occurs. It doesn't seem like a disagreement, though. In the near future for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we got? Ace of Wands. In the near future, though, there is some inspiration. The beginning of a creative endeavor. We do call this like a phallic symbol, but it is also the matchstick of the divine. It's where an individual... I love that they are considered phallic symbols, and we do have... that flowers are sex organs, right? Just saying. But yeah, this is the Ace of Wands. It's time for you to start creating something. It's the beginning of a creative project, an idea, striking while the iron is hot. But the beginning of it's a passionate, new, inspiring beginning that's coming up for you. Tell us more. Tell us more, Gemini. What is this? What of this? Okay, we do have a flipper here. Okay, Knight of Swords in the reverse. It's something that you've been taking your time on. This is your card, by the way. Something you're not trying to be impulsive about. You're not trying to do that whole... You see how this guy's like swallowing a sword? He's not trying to make it like a magic trick. He's not trying to go out guns a-blazing and be irresponsible with that sword, lopping people's heads off left and right, He's not trying to do that. What he is trying to do, however, is he is trying to make sure that his beginning, his new idea, goes off without a hitch, and that's why he's not going in like this. Not trying to be the trickster with his action. He's trying to be strategic. Use tact and diplomacy in his actions. Right? Okay. We can get with that. Long-term future. What's going on in the distant future for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Somebody's gonna be like out at the place where they're like singing karaoke and crap like that, and they're like, tell me more, I'm hearing the Grease song. That cheesy ass, how they always have there's always somebody who sings Leanne Rimes and Shania Twain, and then there's somebody else who always sings the Grease, and yeah, I can hear the Grease song. Tell me more, yeah. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords. First of all, you're going to don't panic, but not so fast, don't panic. I'm going to put don't panic. That's going to be your reading. But in the distant future, you do have some sleepless nights, some worry, staying up at night, the grief bed, the sick bed, the grief bed, the sick bed. You might be up at night reading something for comfort, a way to alleviate yourself from stress and anxiety, nightmares, that kind of thing. But there's something of a headspace that you're in. I actually believe that this would have been a great card to use. Like the depiction on this card would have been great for the Eight of Swords. So there is an element to this that I am going to haphazardly assert belongs to being in a place where you're up in your head a lot about something, but it is a prison of your own making. Being locked in that. I don't want to attribute too much of the energy to the Eight, but yeah, there's some anxiety here. I feel like you're turning to, you're either up at night reading something in order to try to help with this, like a self-help book, or they have those books like The Body Remembers and stuff like that. But there's something here that you're reading at night for comfort. Some people the Bible, but it seems like more of an intellectual thing or a self-help book or something that you're trying to help, or just even to pass the time when you're going through that time of night where the insomnia hits. I don't know why. Yeah. Let's see. Gemini, finally for you, Gemini. What do we have? That is way too many cards. Can't take this many cards. Just Gemini, why? Six of Pentacles. No, this is Nine of Pentacles. Sorry. I keep on mixing up the nines and the sixes in this deck because it's new to me. And you see the numbers? The numbers are on the sides. Right? The numbers are, on the sides. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Independent energy, the ability to set forth a path, lay a foundational path towards your legacy, self-reliance, standing on your own 2 feet, the ability to provide for yourself. You could be up in your head right now about whether or not you have the ability to provide for yourself. That could be keeping you up at night. Maybe you're studying to try and quell that fear. That could be the case. You could be up at night trying to study in order to lay the foundation towards a new legacy. Like researching or studying, going through textbooks, there's something about the book itself. So there is reading, heavy reading involved here in the night. Could be cramming. But you're trying to gain independence, self-reliance, trying to make sure that you're set up for success so that you can follow your path towards legacy. The things that we create which survive us when we are no longer on the planet, right? But also just for your stability and your peace of mind so that you can enjoy the earthly pleasures a little bit more. Bottom of the deck, the sun. Just like rain turns to the sunshine, the night turns to the day. So this is about warmth. This is about joy. This is wish fulfillment. This is the ability to be optimistic and see the bright side of a situation. I think that there is optimism here for you. But again, there have been some interesting impressions during your reading that were kind of baffling. I do think that the optimism is key. And especially looking at the long-term future, optimism is key. And especially considering your near future, having that idea, that bright idea. There you go, bright idea. Right? Okay, you got the mariachis rocking out under the sun with the bluebird and everything. Anyway, let's see what your numbers of significance are for the month. And then we'll go ahead and get your magnetic poetry. Numbers of significance for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have 4, 2, and 9. And magnetic poetry for you. Mix it up real good for you. Get in there deep. Whoa, we spilled some. Get in there real deep for you. Keep spilling them. Keep spilling them. Somebody's gonna fucking spill a drink on you. Or you're doing it. It's gonna be that dramatic moment. Oh yeah. Drink this. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, Gemini, we've had our fun. It's time to get back down to business. Okay. I'm doing it in the list format instead of sentences. That way you don't have to think that I'm trying to make a sentence out of it and lead you in a certain direction. These are your key words for the month. And remember, it's just October. It's okay. Yeah, you're going to be like a Halloween party, and it's going to be like, try my witch's brew, bet. Oh, we have such a great relationship, me and my gem audience. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you being patient with my candor. Be well. We'll see you when we see you next. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye now.